Hello, my name is Duncan. One of my hobbies is smoking pipes. The other is surviving coronavirus. And the pipe I'm going to smoke today is the first pipe I ever owned or I ever bought. I started smoking my dad's pipes, and this is a Falcon. You can have a look at them online. They're designed by an engineer, and they actually smoke quite well. So today I'm going to smoke some GLP's Westminster, which is currently my favourite, and to pass the time I've decided to go through the storage that I've got, the humidors that I've got, because what I've been doing is, although I've been smoking for a long time, I've decided to pick it up again over the last couple of years, and I've been buying tobaccos or samples, and the samples that I like, I'll buy more of the tobacco, and then I put the rest of the samples in one of the humidors. And I've decided now to mix up all the tobacco that I don't really like. It's good tobacco, but it's just not my thing, into one, because I've seen a couple of the guys on YouTube doing that. And we'll see if that's a good thing or if it's a silly thing, and I need to throw the whole lot away, which goes against the grain. So I'm going to start this pipe up, and then we'll have a look at what ends up in the pot. Let's pack it all up. And with the beauty of editing, all you need to see is the one match, whereas in fact we all know it's usually more than one match. There we go. That is nice. Oh, you saw a quick glance of the humidors in their location. And in this one is a couple of blocks of grouse moor. Just got them in lump form. So they'll stay, but the other ones, I'll let you have a quick look, absolutely jam-packed with all manner of tobaccos. So you can see we've got a whole load here. GF Germain's medium flake, Charlatan flake, Holger Dansk Royal Navy flake, a lot in here, and we have here tobacco that could be absolutely anything. Well, I'm not going to bore you with going through this collection of far too many tobaccos, but I'll make a wee list at the bottom of the video, because that's much less boring. But let's start the process going. That was all the hard work done. We've got the mixture in the pot, and I'll finish off this bowl of rather nice GLP's Westminster, and then we'll have a go at it. Now, none of those were bad tobaccos, they were just tobaccos that I didn't tick the boxes. A lot of people will talk about the blend of tobacco having latica and ground this and ground the next thing into it. And I don't know what's wrong with my taste buds, but I'm not sure that I can really identify what's in a tobacco. I just like it or don't. And then, depending on what day or how my taste buds got out of bed that morning, I prefer some tobaccos on some days and some tobaccos on another. And I found that makes it very difficult to answer the question of what is a good tobacco. Personally, I've been lucky enough never had to have a really horrible tobacco, although people say that tobaccos ghost their pipes and things like that. I think people just have a more sophisticated set of taste buds than I do. I know what I like, and so far I've never had a bad tobacco, but I prefer some more than others. So I'll crack on with this. I'll get rid of this tobacco, and I'm in no hurry to do so because it really is lovely. It smokes well, not too expensive on the matches. The grouse moor that I showed you earlier that I got in blocks, I've tried cutting it with a knife so that you get flake and turning it all around and popping it in the pipe like I think you're meant to. A lot of people say it tastes better that way. And there is a Sonati flake that I have that does taste better. And then some as a flake rather than mixing it all up into a kind of a powdery tobacco that goes in. So I'll discuss that a wee bit later on because that's particularly nice, and it's got very mixed reviews. Some people say that it's a terrible tobacco, that it ghosts their pipe. And some people will smoke very little else. I must admit that I really do like it, and I got it because people were saying it was such a terrible tobacco, and I wanted to find out what it was about it that perhaps they didn't like. And I'm sorry to say that was a failure because I absolutely adore it, and I've had to buy more of it. Well, I don't think we've got much more life in this. So I'll finish it off and we'll have a look at what I've been able to create and whether I've got to throw it away. Whether I've been able to make that elusive thing of a terrible tobacco. Well, I'll be back shortly. Well, not so shortly if I decide to have another bowl. Well, we're now ready to try the new mix. So, open up the old humidor. Certainly an interesting mixture. It's maybe a wee touch dry. I think that's one of the reasons that I thought this would be a good idea. That seems to be quite a lot of Virginia going in there. Well, it's feeling all right so far. I'm going to moisten up these pennies They're just terracotta. Keep the moisture going. I'll seal it up. Now, one of the tests of a tobacco or the smoker's skill is how many matches it takes to get the thing going, and how many matches it takes to keep it going, which can vary. Smoking away. Well, failed the one match test. One of the tobaccos I can recommend is the Garth and Hogarth seasonable, oh goodness, here's the dog come to give me a hand, seasonal mix. It's a surprising blend. It's like there's berries in there and just what you'd expect Christmas to be. Blended by masters that know what they're doing. I got some in November in time for Christmas because I thought it would be nice to puff away on the pipe and have something that didn't smell like something the dog had dragged in. Apparently the room notes are quite nice. Well, my first impression is it doesn't smell like a compost heap or taste like one, not that I've tasted one very often, not intentionally. What I was hoping from this experiment is to have a tobacco that kind of changes its characteristics as you puff away at it. Some of the cigars that I've smoked, there was this great big torpedo thing, and I read up on it, and it has different kinds of tobacco leaf rolled up in it as you get further down it, the different flavors and the different experience is delivered. So in this mix of leftovers, there's no tobaccos that I really didn't like. And much along the same lines as homemade food always tastes better. In other words, there's no one else to blame for something that isn't ticking the boxes. The first impression is that this is okay. You may have seen when I mixed the stuff up, there was quite a big old handful of golden flake. When I smoked it on its own, I didn't really like it because it wasn't interesting. It was a nice smoke. Well, first impressions are usually not always to be relied upon, especially when smoking tobaccos. Well, I can assure you that at the moment, as of today, it's not going on the compost heap. And as time goes by, I'll probably add a bit more to it. There was quite a lot of cherry tobaccos. When I say quite a lot, there's probably about 3 or 4. My favourite cherry tobacco is Captain Black. Difficult to get because I think it's in Eastern European countries and in America that the company that make it have distributed it in. So I got quite a lot from America. The duty and excise taxes are ridiculous. So I got quite a lot. So I can taste a wee bit of that hint. Is that hint of it? Well, I don't want to go all Jilly Cooper, but yeah, that's jolly nice. And on those days when I want a pipe, but it's not a sit down and relax and like a connoisseur moment, when it's just a case of I'd like to have a pipe and whilst I do the gardening or various other things that you have to do that don't require a lot of concentration, i.e. work. I might well use that stuff. Well, thank you for watching. I hope it's relieved some of the monotony of this shut-in situation that we're in at the moment. Let me know what you think, please. And we'll maybe have another go with another video in the future. Take care and stay safe.